later.
Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
As we say here in the Detroit area, what up, though? I got Will Vogel, Big A, and Megan here. How's everybody doing this week?
Making it.
So we saw that Kyle Pitts officially signed his tag on Tuesday. The only one that was given a tag and not signed it yet is George Pickens, who seems to be holding out for an extension.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go figure. That dude is a drama
And
bucket.
then we hear that the good old Bears are probably moving to Indiana with that SB 27 law that passed through one half, and it's supposed to be
I'm drinking.
law this
I'm
weekend.
drinking out of the wrong cup, Jeremy. I showed you that my new coffee. I'm drinking out of my Seattle.
Megan,
But that's
you're
okay.
banished.
Okay. So they're either going to be the Gary Care Bears or the Hammond Grizzlies.
I like
The Hammond Grizzlies.
I like the Grizzlies, but as a Care Bear collector, and as I showed Jeremy off camera, my Care Bear mug. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Gary, Indiana is
What's
where
up,
Michael
MB?
Jackson comes from. That explains a lot. I'm just leaving that there.
Will, Megan, BA, SJB, what the hell is this fab for? The Four Horsemen, the Hall of Fame of Broadcasting. Oh my God, let's fucking go.
That has to be,
Bloody.
without looking at that comment, that's Michael Edwards, isn't it? Without
Yes,
looking at it.
that's our boy.
What's up, Nick?
There he is. Hey, Nick.
So I just had to show the Care Bear thing just because Ken's not here to gloat.
I've got 6 on the bed.
LGBT.
So what was that? It's the Bears. That's all you need to. Caleb Williams fingernails. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, all I know
So-
is that'll go right with his rookie ensemble he
Yes.
had there at the draft, because he did have the pink fingernail, the pink iPhone
He
case, and the
did.
pink tote bag.
Yes, that is true. What was that law? What was that law you said? There was something you mentioned about a law or something in that for the move, JB. What was that? I hadn't heard of that.
Indiana passed a law. It's called SB 27. It's about new businesses that move into their state that the first 3 years they have no state income tax.
Oh, I see.
With as high as the income tax is there, and they also have the jock tax on top of that in Chicago.
Yep.
If they're
Yep.
to stay there at Soldier Field, it costs them $180 million per year in taxes and upkeep alone.
Right.
That's not including what they pay the city for rent, because they don't own that stadium.
No, I didn't think they understand. Is that the same jock tax that Sam Darnold had to pay?
It varies from every state, but only 4 places in the United States do not have the jock tax. That's the state of Washington. That's Washington, D.C., Texas, and Florida.
Right. Okay, because there was talk that Sam Darnold had to pay some tax, and I thought it was the jock tax, but I can't remember where he was. It in California that he had to pay it? I can't remember.
What it is because even though that's an extra game, because he had to be there for a week practicing, he just like
Right.
a week of working in the state, so they hit him based off of his salary. So he only made $178,000 for winning the Super Bowl, but he had to pay 200 and whatever, and it cost him $71,000. So winning the Super
I
Bowl,
knew there was something I couldn't remember what it was. It was mentioned in our chat.
if you think about it, if he lost the Super Bowl and made the less than 100,000, then he'd have paid out over 100,000.
Yeah, that's what someone said to me, and I'm like, I've never heard of that, but yeah, okay.
I think in a way he came out a little bit ahead, but it just don't seem like it because the math messes.
The math doesn't math it as coming out ahead. Yeah.
5 and 4 did not make 10. That's just terrible math.
The math are not mathing.
That was just the San Francisco 49ers trying to screw their division rivals. That's all that was.
Oh, yeah, and listen, we screwed them in the best way by winning in their backyard, and then we do it to the Rams next year, or this coming year. But we'll talk about that later.
Maybe.
Okay, you know what?
We will.
There
I will beg you now.
Just let me finish.
Sorry.
Not very many repeat winners of the Super Bowl.
No, that's true. That's true.
So you might get back there, but that's no guarantee you win it.
Yeah. But I'll take BA's bet and say we do it. Maybe not the same score we did against the Pats, but it's on BA. We're betting.
Oh, come on.
BA's like, nah, not taking that.
No, I'll take it.
All right, game on.
Because this team's going to be in it. This one.
This team will beat that one with our eyes closed.
No, they won't.
Let's
if you
go.
close your eyes, we'll put up 50 on you real quick. So don't close your eyes.
Do you know how to count to 50? Hang on, BA, speaking of math, do you know how to count to 50 without borrowing other people's hands and feet, asking for a friend?
Yep.
And Nick, I'll have you on Friday for sure, okay?
All right,
So,
BA.
should we talk Kyle Pitts?
Yeah.
Yes, let's.
I think it was a good move because they need to. I'm going to give my piece on it, and then I'll let each of you go. I think it's a good move because I think they're going to work on a long-term extension with them. I don't think it's just a, hey, let's give them this and let them sit with top 3 tight end money that gives them something to base it off of. What do you think, Will?
I agree 100%. I think they're not just going to put it as a one-year deal. I think they're going to be working on something because he hasn't had the most glory. He was a top 10 pick, if I'm not wrong. He was the top tight end picked in his draft. And he had a good rookie year, but he was kind of inconsistent till last year. But he's a decent tight end. So we'll see what the Falcons do. Honestly, I could care less because it's the Falcons. They're a division rival.
BA?
Will hates the Falcons.
So
That's a consensus among all
think?
Carolina Panther fans. They hate the Atlanta
think?
Falcons. But anyway,
yeah.
Pitts is starting to play up to his potential. He didn't start off that way, but he's starting to play up to his potential. So that's good. They franchise tagged him. That's a good thing.
And I think it's going to be done kind of like Hutchinson was. It's going to be halfway through the season because they don't have to rush it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, I totally agree. I think he's the player that deserves it, even though he hasn't necessarily, as Will said, shown potential. I think there's room for him to show it, and I think he will. So, yeah, I'm just a little surprised the talk of it. Like, I didn't hear much talk about it until a few days ago, and it's like, that's interesting. But, yeah.
Well, if you remember right, the tag window didn't open up till last Thursday.
Yeah,
so
what I meant by that.
We heard it Monday that it might happen, and then by Tuesday we heard it did happen. So
yeah, and I think that's what surprised me.
It turned around quick, and isn't it this coming Tuesday, March 3rd, is the last day of the franchise tag period?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
That's a deadline.
Was the week after.
Yeah. Okay.
Wasn't it? But around there, yeah. So, we better get our acts together and franchise tag Ken Walker if we're doing it. Ooh,
They
They're
are
not gonna
not doing that. They're working.
They're not going to do that.
no, we don't.
They'll pay him. They'll pay him.
Your BA, I noticed your sarcasm. Your sarcasm detector's not on, BA. You didn't notice the sarcasm when I said that.
Well,
he's starting to pick it up, Mike.
That's why they did that. It's kind of an incentive. I think what they're doing is they're saying, hey, if you can perform like that throughout the season instead of just one game, then we're going to extend you. If not, you'll be gone next year. Or they'll give them the other tag, which is the average of top 5 money, which will be less than top 3. And that's the one where other teams, if they want them, can give up draft compensation and outbid them.
Yeah, I think that was a good move by Atlanta.
I was going to say, how much of, thank you for reminding me, I had my hand up and I forgot what I was going to say. How much of the restructure for Pitts is incentive?
No.
Is any of it?
No. The tag for a tight end is $9 million, period. Okay. There is no bonus structure.
So there's no incentives involved, right? Okay.
You get X amount of
dollars.
What you get. Up front.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. But
you get your $500,000 roster bonus for being on the roster as of March 15th, and then you get your practice money, and then your preseason game back.
Yeah. Okay. So no incentive.
That's what Dallas might do to Brandon Aubrey since he wants $10 million.
No way. No.
I would get out of control. I would give Atlanta a case of Funyuns for Pitts. Best I can do.
Well, that's generous, Yenza. That's generous.
A case of Funyuns? Wow.
Wow, I'd give him a...
Hello, David.
What's up, David?
How you doing, Jeremy? How you doing, guys?
David?
I'm all right. So what do you think about the Bears possibly moving to Indiana?
They're not moving to Indiana. They're staying in Illinois. Illinois has a proposal waiting. They're supposedly either in discussion or something else, but the Illinois legislature has cleared a bill that would keep the Bears in Arlington Heights. It has the $850 million that they wanted in the first place, and then it's got 5 years of tax breaks in it. And they'll do the infrastructure stuff that the Bears wanted out of Arlington Heights, which is the water, the sewage, and everything else.
It's in the works, but it hasn't passed yet, correct?
They haven't passed anything yet.
Right. Whereas the other will that we're talking about has already been voted on and it passed, correct?
The SB 27 was voted on, from my understanding, by the Indiana House and not the Indiana Senate.
It went through this week. It went through the Senate.
They're staying in Illinois, dude.
I know. I'm just saying.
Illinois. McCaskey was so pissed off that Warren actually had Indiana even in the conversation. It's not even funny. I wouldn't doubt if this cost Kevin Warren his job.
All right.
Well, the Chicago Bears in their thing, they've committed $2 billion to that project in Illinois. So
yeah, well,
so the owner has to have some givens about it.
I mean,
I heard Indiana just passed a bill 95-4 that they're going to move on to the next step to Hammond, Indiana.
You don't buy 326 acres of land and then decide, oh, I don't want to fucking deal with that. I'm not going to deal with that.
It happens all the time, though. It does.
What happened was the original thing was the governor put an injunction stopping all building. That was what started this, David.
Yeah, well, whatever started it, right now it's being finished. We're not, dude, Indiana was nice, but Indiana.
You're moving to Indiana, dude.
Jamie.
You're moving out of Chicago because J.P. Pritzker and Brandon Johnson suck, and you know that.
J.B. Pritzker, no, I don't know that. J.B. Pritzker fucking saved Illinois. I don't even want to hear that shit.
JB,
Bruce Rauner ran our state into the fucking ground.
Guys, calm down for a second. I was trying to get both of you to stop talking over each other.
Mm-hmm.
Megan, thank you for coming.
Yeah, I'm sorry I
Appreciate
can't stay,
being here.
guys. I've got a new project meeting, so sorry. But good to see
Sorry,
you
Megan. It
all.
was
And,
nice to see you
Not
anyway.
a
It's
show
always
we
nice to see
yell
you.
over each other here, guys.
and
Yep.
I'll have sorry, Jeremy, I'll have the Lombardi on that shelf, the 3D printed Lombardi next week, brother. But
All right.
yes.
See you
All
then.
right, sorry I can't stay. I've just seen the
I know
time.
you got a meeting. Yep.
Yeah. Sorry,
good one.
guys. Talk to you soon.
Anyway,
So,
anyway,
the news that I just asked that. I just wanted an opinion, a quick one. We try to only do like 2 minutes per person when I ask something, so we can keep things rolling.
Right.
Kyle Pitts got tagged and he signed his tag on Tuesday. What do you think about that situation? Are you like me that you think that that's so they can work on an extension somewhere?
What? It's for what? Kyle Pitts?
Yeah.
Dude, you know, they should be able to work out something. I mean, the guy's in his 5th year. I understand that he's like 30 or something this year.
Well, they didn't give him the 5th year option, and they franchise tagged him, and he signed it. So he's getting 14.9, which is basically the same money he'd have got for the 5th year option.
Well, there's here, you know, I mean, I was talking to somebody about this earlier, and they're like, "Oh, dude, 14 million, really high." And I'm thinking, no, not in the NFL today. It's not.
That's the average of the top 3. The franchise tag is the average of the top 3.
Yeah.
And based off of where you're drafted for what that
he was
option would be.
He was drafted 8th.
Yeah. So it would have been about the same amount of money.
Yeah. So, but like I said, dude, $14 million now. I mean, 5 years ago, $14 million is a lot. Now, with edge rushers getting QB style money, $14 million ain't shit.
I mean, well, let's just put this up here. I'm going to take the chat off the screen for a second so you can actually read it all. Quarterback is 43.7. The highest one next to that is wide receiver at 31.3, edge rusher at 30.8. Then it's 22.8 for corners, 22.4 for offensive tackle.
That's so
linebacker
crazy.
is 21.5. Safety
That's so...
17.8. Tight end is at 14.9. And running
backs are at 14.4.
You know what the crazy thing is kickers get 7.9 million on the tag.
Some kickers are worth it, dude. Atlanta'd be lucky to get a 3rd for Pitts. I'll tell you what. You know what? And I'll let this go after a minute. But I was reading something earlier about Tyson Bagent. And now there's people that are actually inquiring to Chicago about Tyson Bagent, and they had a proposal where they trade Tyson for a 4th that could possibly turn into a 3rd. Now, I'm sorry, if you get anything above a 7th round for an undrafted free agent that has a 500 QB record, you're stealing.
Well, it's not
criminal.
It's not about his win-loss record. That's where you're wrong. It's about how he played in those games and how he had 4 touchdowns and only 1 interception.
He had 3 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. He had 2-2 record.
When did he have all the interceptions? Because I know he had 3 games in a row where he didn't throw a pick.
He's got 3 games. He's got 3 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 2-2 record. And like I said, I'm sorry, dude. If the Bears can get a 5th for an undrafted free agent, that's what I'm saying, dude. We're talking an undrafted, which means he went through 7 rounds and no one thought highly enough of him to pick him up. Now all of a sudden people want to give us a 5th or a 4th with a possibility that's going to turn to a 3rd. Bye, Tyson Bagent. See you fucking later. We can find a backup for Caleb.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just like there was that stupid trade offer that we saw where the Texans are going to offer a 5th rounder for David Montgomery. I don't think the Lions would take that at all.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't. And that and I'll tell you what, there's another crazy one where all of a sudden, like there's Bears fans that want Khalil Mack back, and it's like, dude, why? We had him. We gave 20 million or whatever it was to him, and other than the first year, Khalil Mack sucked.
Yeah,
he wasn't a difference maker, and they want to sit there and dude, he had 6 sacks last year. He had 6 sacks in one game last year.
Right.
And then he didn't do shit the rest of the year. So no, I'm not in on Khalil Mack. No. It's dumb. And I'm sorry,
Okay.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
So now that the NFL Combine has started, we've heard from some of the GMs and some of the coaches talking in pressers already. Of course, I'm paying attention to my Lions. We've also met with a few players already at the Combine. We've met with defensive tackle. What was that defensive tackle I said? Lee Parker? Right? No, TJ Parker was the defensive end. Lee what? I told you the name. I was hoping you'd remember it, Will.
He's the guy from Clemson. The dude from Clemson. I know what you're talking about.
That's the defensive end. That's TJ Parker.
Because the Bears have talked to him as well.
And then we talked to Michigan defensive end, Jay-Sean Barham. And we also talked to defensive tackle Raymond Berry of Michigan.
Well, from what I understand, other than Fernando Mendoza, this is one of the weakest quarterback drafts.
Yeah, but we're talking about.
I'm talking about who our people have talked to is what I'm talking about. Right. I'm not even getting into quarterbacks because the only way we're taking a quarterback is if we grab one in day 3 to bring in and develop as a backup to be a potential future starter type thing.
I don't even see that happen.
I don't. I said that's the only way I see the Lions taking a quarterback in this draft. It would be somebody.
They better not waste the 3rd round pick on a fucking quarterback. They better not.
A day 3? I didn't say 3rd round. I said day 3, like 6, 7.
Oh, no. They still no. I'm not going for that. They'll be better off getting a free agent side hustle quarterback than getting one through the draft. All the ones in the draft suck besides Mendoza, and Mendoza's not the greatest either. But
actually, I saw that there was a kid. It was either at the Senior Bowl or the East West that said this quarterback that played for him, day one guy. So
they all say that.
They may all say that, dude, but I mean, I don't know.
There's not very many.
I don't know.
Backup.
There's nobody that's a day 1 starter.
I don't know.
So what I'm reading is the Panthers have been talking to linebackers and offensive linemen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You got to get more linebackers for the 3-4, dude. That's why they are talking to linebackers.
I know that, Jamie. I know. Thank you.
Well, yeah, if you're going to switch over to a 3-4, you got to have the linebackers. That's why every time it's said that, like, you got your coordinator coming in as a 3-4 guy or a 4-3 guy. That's why you can't. A 4-3 linebacker isn't the same as a 3-4 linebacker.
Right, and
they're completely different.
That's why Kyle Van Noy didn't fit with the Lions back in the day when we drafted him, because he was a 3-4 linebacker going to a 4-3 system. He went to the Patriots with their 4-3-4 system and became a Pro Bowler. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the same thing, square peg, round pole. The only thing I worry about that with,
Robbie,
yeah, I wouldn't think
that is not a fair. That is not a fair comparison. Fernando Mendoza is a Christian faith guy. Jamarcus Russell was stupid and didn't take the game seriously.
Oh God, Jamarcus Russell was the worst.
I don't think any of his denomination has anything to do with his playing. I just think he's a better than.
Go off the rails.
No, but Mendoza's a faith-based Christian team guy. Hey. Jamarcus Russell was never a team guy.
Not going off the rails, I said. Damn it.
I just think that's a dumb comparison.
I understand it. I'd have handled that, but I was trying to say something and everybody starts
Go ahead.
Yeah. And now I lost my train of thought.
JB, oh, go ahead, JB.
I don't even know what I was talking about now because you guys all started yapping at the guy in the chat. I handled the chat, guys.
Okay.
So, JB, the guys Panthers met with were Jacob Rodriguez and Sonny Styles.
Nice. Sonny Styles will probably be a first-round pick. If you don't get him with your pick in the first round right there at 19, you're never going to touch him.
No.
Hey, Will, what offensive linemen are the Panthers looking at? What type? Guards, centers,
Probably
or
a guard because we don't know the extent of, or a tackle because we don't know the extent of Ika Makwanu's foot injury.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? It doesn't matter what the position is, and it doesn't matter what round it is. There's only a 32% hit rate in the draft on averages. Most teams only get 3 right every draft out of 7 picks.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do that math,
That's crazy.
any team that has more than 4 starters out of any draft is a great drafting team.
Yep.
And you know what's crazy
that I
about
can,
it?
you
The
know.
Lions have had an average of 4 starters every draft.
Yeah.
Now, granted, our second round hasn't been that good because the only good round we had in the second round was with Laporta and Branch.
Porta pot.
And that's just being honest. And then this past year with Tate Ratledge, it looks like he's going to be a good right guard. I hope we don't move him to center. I hope we either sign one or draft one. We need a real center.
What about Decker, bro?
Oh my God, people.
I don't know because all I know is what
he
I
is
heard.
not retiring.
Okay.
But I'd still draft one just in case.
Yeah, because he's that type of player who's been in and out of the lineup with minor injuries here and there and everything else, I would still draft his replacement. And if not, if we're still in cap trouble come June 1st and haven't been able to sign all our rookies, let's say somebody refuses to sign a restructure, because that does happen.
Yeah.
Agents are able to refuse it. We may end up having to cut Decker just to sign.
Well, I think that's another thing that people don't understand when they say restructures and, oh, dude, they don't have a choice. Yes, they do. They don't have to restructure. No one's holding the gun near their head and saying, oh, you have to restructure. They can turn around and say, no, dude, I'm not restructuring shit.
Right, because this is exactly where I was going at. Let's say we clear enough cap with a couple restructures here and there and able to get a couple of the plugs and re-signings done, we're able to do it, but we don't have enough money for all of the rookie signings. You're going to sign your 8 draft picks.
Yes. You always.
Do you know what the average is every year for all your draft picks combined? 18 million.
Is it 18 million? I was going to say it's like 10 or 12, but
yeah, it's that's all of it combined.
Okay.
If they wait till June 1st to cut Taylor Decker, it literally takes 18 million off the cap.
Well, that's what they're talking about when people say, oh, well, we need to trade DJ Moore. If we trade DJ Moore, we wipe. It's a 16. I think it's 16.9. And if we keep him, it's if we release him before June 1st, it's 16.9. So we really don't save anything if we move DJ Moore or if we cut DJ Moore. We don't save shit
until after June 1st.
Yeah, but they will restructure DJ Moore.
I'll tell you what. I do not mind the 4 points for a field goal over 60 yards.
Yeah, that's.
I don't mind that. I do hate the fact that they're forcing teams, if they're past the 50, where they cannot punt. Because that takes
Campbell would love that.
strategy, especially for the punters that are able to get that high arc and pin a team deep.
He wants high-scoring arena football type of play outdoors. Right. That's what he's trying to do.
I understand what he's trying to do. I still think it's stupid.
But you know what?
The high scores are going to get the ratings up in that league. That's what it is.
But that
you know what
now,
could have kept the ratings in that league? Keeping the teams where they were supposed to be at in the first fucking place.
Their attendances weren't good, BA. That's the thing.
Jeremy.
That's a lie. Because Michigan had a great attendance.
But it was 10,000 in an NFL stadium. They wanted to go to smaller stadiums so they could sell out.
Okay, now,
it was 10,000 in Ford Field that holds 60,000 people. That's not that great.
Jamie.
No, I'm going to talk because when people say something stupid, I'm going to talk.
Well, that wasn't stupid. It was a fact. First of all. Second of all, it's a UFL game. It's not an NFL game, Jamie. So, of course, there's going to be only 10,000 people in there. The fact it was in a Ford Field in the first place told you that it was bringing in people.
Okay.
So I don't want to hear that crap.
They only opened up the lower bowl for seating because it was a new team. And you know what? They were damn near packing it the last half of the season. The first half of the first couple of seasons when they were wishy-washy and not that good because they had poor coaching, yes, the attendance struggled. Why? It was a new product. But it struggled all across the UFL except in a couple of the bigger outdoor stadiums. And that's the God's honest facts right there. Mm-hmm. So I just say I hated the fact they took the team out of Michigan when they finally got to a UFL championship game. And I think it was stupid to move them out of Michigan.
They're going to come back in 2028. They're going to put them at that soccer stadium. That's what they're going to do.
For the state of Michigan and our fans, it was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the UFL rule, did you say no punts after 50?
Yeah, after they get past the 50-yard line, even if it's only the 49, they cannot punt.
I'm sorry, that sounds suspiciously like Canadian football rule.
Canadian football is the same way. If once you're past the 50,
Canadian football,
you got to take
you get 4 shots to the 50, and after you get to the 50, you get 4 shots to score.
Yeah.
You better have a hell of a kicker. I gotta say.
Well, the UFL's been putting out good kickers. Jake Bates came to the UFL.
I don't watch much other than NFL. I don't watch much other than NFL. I really don't.
I watch it because it's basically where anybody that didn't quite make it in the NFL and a couple of has-beens go to play. Like Bryce Perkins, the guy that broke his neck, he led the Michigan to the championship.
I personally think that
that's fine if they want to do that in the UFL. It already passed here. We're done talking about no tush push in the NFL.
Why did they outlaw the tush push?
In the UFL.
In the UFL.
In the NFL, they didn't.
I was say the NFL, we already voted on it. That's off the table. It's been up 2 years in a row, and it passed through both times, so that's done.
Damn Green Bay.
The Green Bay pussies.
FTP. Damn FTP.
Green Bay.
The Bears are talking to, David?
What's that?
Have you heard about any of the players that the Bears have been talking to at the
conference? I haven't heard anything about any players. I mean, I know that we have restructures that we need to do because we're over the cap right now.
Just like us, you're just a little bit over the cap. And what all of our GMs are waiting for, and I'll address that right now because I think it's the same thing. They're waiting for that final number to come out at the end of this week to see how much they have to restructure.
Right, to see what the cap number is.
Yep.
Which I think the cap is pretty sure is going up.
The estimated number is 308 right now, but that's only if it goes up 20 million. They did get a new streaming deals, and if it goes up 30 million like it has the last couple of years, guess what? We're not under the cap anymore.
Robbie kills me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, all I've seen from the Bears in the combine have been interviews with I saw an interview that Eisen did with Rich Pohl with Ryan Poles about fucking Caleb Williams and about his maturity and everything. And I've seen that's basically about it. I've seen a lot of interviews with Ben Johnson where they go over last year, and it's just like, dude, it was funny. They asked him about the Packers, and I'm sorry, he made the Packers a rivalry game again. I don't care that he said fuck the Packers. As far as I'm concerned, that's the way it should be.
Steve, what he was saying is Green Bay last year, the one that pushed to have the push tush taken out of the league.
Yeah, Green Bay was one of the teams that wanted the tush push ban. But I don't know. The tush push is a rugby play, but if you can't stop it, I mean, the Bears stopped it because you ripped the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hands. That he ain't fucking push ain't doing shit if you ain't got the ball in your hand.
Hey, Steve, FTP.
Why not you? No.
This is going to be much to the chagrin of Lions fans, Bears fans, Vikings fans, Packers fans, and probably about 31 other teams in the league. Yesterday, Joe Spytek, the GM of the Raiders, was on Rich Ice, and he said he does not plan to trade Maxx Crosby.
Yep, I've seen that.
Not surprised.
It does not surprise me at all. Now the only thing is, now knowing that, what kind of market is there for Trey Hendrickson?
Trey Hendrickson is going to be a free agent.
He's not going to be franchise tag.
Right.
He's going to be a free agent. How much do you give Trey Hendrickson on the open market?
So I want to touch something real quick, David, about that whole Crosby thing before we go to Hendrickson, because this is Crosby we're talking about. JB, if you don't mind. Crosby, I'm not surprised. JB's been saying it for weeks. And also, like I said a few weeks ago, he's buddies. I mean, good buddies with the owner. Why would you get rid of a guy who is friends with the owner and is buddies with them, and they go smoke cigars together and hang out and do whatever? So, you know what? Am I surprised? Absolutely not.
Other than having bronchitis and feel like I got an elephant sitting on my chest every time I breathe, I'm good. How are you, BA?
Better than you, obviously.
Who got bronchitis? Oh,
JB.
Wow.
That's why I'm not at the combine. That's why I'm doing this show tonight. I was supposed to be on the road.
Oh, you were supposed to go to the combine. That's right, dude. You were saying that, dude. We were supposed to have a combine show, dude.
I know I wanted to do a combine show, and now I can't. Because if you're sick and you have a fever over 99 degrees, you cannot go to any NFL event or you'll be banned.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that one, dude.
Ever since COVID has been the rule.
Yeah.
Says it right on the back.
Damn COVID.
COVID.
Anyway.
All right, BA, what do you think about what Joe Spytek said?
About Maxx Crosby?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No, Maxx Crosby. They didn't want Maxx Crosby to go nowhere. This is a front. They said they want 2 number 1s and your best player, basically, for Maxx Crosby. Hell no, ain't no team giving that up. No,
yeah, there is. Yeah, there is.
No, there ain't. You're not going to give 2 first rounds and your best player for a guy that's not even. How old is he now? 29, and he's been off hurt. No, you're not doing that. That's a bad business move.
He's not off hurt at all.
Yes, he is. He was injured last year.
He got injured last year.
He got shut down the last 3 games.
No, but he was injured before that. He's been injured on and off for the last 2 years.
It wasn't due to an injury. He had to have surgery this offseason.
The Packers did it with Micah Parsons. Despite Micah Parsons being injured yearly, he hasn't been fully healthy the whole time he's been in the NFL. He's either dealing with back issues or some other issue. And Micah Parsons.
But they didn't give up their best player for him either.
They gave up. They gave up their best run-stopping defensive tackle.
No, that's not their best player. I'm saying their best player.
Do I
That's
at
not
least
giving up your best player.
Do I at least get a free basketball with Maxx Crosby?
Sure.
I
Whatever
might take it
you're
away
doing.
from his daughter.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. What's going on? What have you heard that your GM and coach has been talking to out there in the scouts at the combine, Jamie? Do you know anybody they've been talking to for target?
Well, yeah, Jeremy. They have also been talking to Jacob Rodriguez. Besides the Panthers, because the Bills announced, like I said, with Joe Brady as their coach now, and Joe Brady kind of wanting to, being an assistant to Sean Payton, he kind of wants to play a little more Sean Payton ball on both offense, especially the defense. So we hired Jim Leonard, and we're going to go to the multiple 3-4 where we show a bunch of different looks to confuse the quarterback. That's always been a Sean Payton type of defense. Like the 2009 Saints, if you saw that, the way they ran that defense in the Super Bowl, it even confused Peyton Manning, and that's hard to do. So they held the Colts and the Peyton Manning's offense to 17 points in that Super Bowl. So
That's good, Steve.
Yeah, everybody's getting in that.
I wish
Rodriguez.
I could head to the fatherland. Oh my God, I would love to go back to Germany. I haven't been there since my senior year of high school.
I lived there and I've been back since.
I have cousins that live there.
In Germany?
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You
Germany.
guys are getting a home game in Munich.
Yeah, because that's where St. Brown's mother's from.
Yeah, Amon's brother. Yeah, my mother. Yeah. What city is she from?
Munich.
Oh, she's from Munich.
Yeah, she's from the Munich area. There's a small town in between there and Berlin. That's where they're from. But basically, you might as well say Munich because there isn't a bigger town around them.
she only speaks German to the kids.
Yeah.
No English.
Well, she wants them to be bilingual. Why wouldn't she?
Right.
You know,
And John was a bodybuilder in the 90s.
Mr.
He
Universe.
was Mr. Olympia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was. Her birth city is Leverkusen, Germany. That's where her.
Leverkusen, yeah.
yeah.
Leverkusen.
Don't forget to add that italics and that accent.
Yeah, but I think they've done a great job as
Leverkusen.
parents. So I think raising all three of those boys, not just as football players, but good people too.
I want to go to Italy, eat some pizza and some wine, and trip for days.
You
just
should have
go
went to the
New York
Winter
City and
Olympics.
get the thin crust.
Yeah,
pizza.
right.
Here's your Italian pizza, Robbie.
Yeah, right. Go to the Olympics.
That was because literally
I'm just gonna stop right there, dude.
they let St. Brown's mom call Amon Ra by a Zoom call to tell him that they were playing in Munich.
In German.
In German.
Yeah.
How cool would that be to have that phone call from your mom if you were a player, David?
Yeah, that'd be cool as hell, man. I mean,
Yeah.
at least Mama St. Brown's got one wide receiver in the family that's worth a shit. Because we know Equanimous ain't worth a shit.
Yeah.
And Osiris
Exactly.
got hurt before he ever played it down in the NFL.
I mean,
He's working.
who
He's
did?
actually working in the corporate world now. So
Yeah.
Who,
He's in the
Equanimous?
corporate world. It's Cyrus.
no, Cyrus.
Oh, all right. I don't. Is that another son?
Yeah.
Yeah, all three of those boys they're smart cookies.
Yeah. Well, only one of them is good enough to be a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, luckily the Lions.
But you know, gotta have it. I mean, somebody, I don't know, man. It's like basketball players with tall parents. Like you'd think so.
It's funny
But
because
it doesn't always work that way, dude.
After hearing Joe Spytek say that on the Rich Eisen show when he was in his interview, that afternoon, I'm listening to the ticket, and then I listen to Woodward Sports, and all of them are saying the other thing. Well, who can we package with a first-round pick and a fifth-round pick to get Maxx Crosby? And everybody in the chat's going, dude, did you not hear the GM? They're not trading him.
but you know what's funny about that though? What if Maxx Crosby turns around and says, "Hey, I want to leave, and if you don't trade me, I'm just going to sit my ass on the bench."
That is a possibility, you know, that always is.
You know, that it's not like he wasn't pissed off that he was shut down last year. He was he was extremely mad about that, dude.
That's true.
He didn't want to be shut down.
But he's
a competitor.
He came out.
He's a competitor. I don't blame the guy.
But he's came out 4 different times, and he said, "Hey, I haven't talked to anybody to say I want to be traded. Yes, I was shut down, but right now, all I am focused on is getting healthy and back on the field, and I am a Raider."
That's the
Raiders,
whole thing. When Caleb did his podcast, all of a sudden, oh my God, Caleb, you know what? They're friends, dude. It happens. It's the NFL. It doesn't mean shit.
Right.
It doesn't mean shit until somebody actually says, "Hey," you know, it's like the Bear Stadium situation. Until they come out and say, "Hey, I'm doing this," then it's all speculation.
Right. And here's the other one that was the kicker was that last Thursday, the Thursday before the Pro Bowl. Up in Adams, Kay Adams had Hutch on there.
Mm-hmm.
And
it is.
He said there, they said, "So what's the chance that you end up with Maxx on your team?" He goes, "Well, Maxx and I are close friends. We met at the Pro Bowl last year. We exchanged phone numbers. We text all the time. I'm going to tell you this now. With what we have to resign and everything we got going on, it's probably not happening." But in
all these players know each other very well, though. That is true, Jim.
In a perfect world in Madden where you can turn the salary cap off, we'd be dangerous.
Right.
I think every team in the NFL would be dangerous.
You know, I'm so glad that I don't play Madden for the.
That's a good point, Brent. I did that a couple
for
times.
For the realism, I suppose you could say. I shut that shit. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You know, if I shut off the salary cap and other teams don't spend as much money as humanly possible, that's not my
That would be
fault,
the
dude.
Bills. That would unfortunately be the Bills due to a small market team. You got to have the salary cap when you got the Bills. If you turn it off, the Bills would be 0-16.
The Bills aren't a small market team. They play in New York.
Buffalo, New York, though. Buffalo's not that big, though, to be honest with you. It isn't.
Winning cures everything, though. Winning can turn your small market into a big market.
Yep.
Right. I was saying that if you turn the salary cap off, the Bills wouldn't be competitive. It wouldn't be good because of the salary cap was put in for small market teams like the Bills and all that to level the playing field.
If you're playing Madden, what the fuck does that matter?
No, he's talking about in real life.
Oh no!
Well, I'm saying the Bills would suck on Madden too if you took the salary cap away.
You know, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
See, it's the same thing why they raised the NFL from 16 to 17 and they want to go to 18 because the Bills, as a small market team, would get revenue from the extra games.
That's low, Robbie.
It's the same
That's
thing.
hilarious, Robbie.
Will, go ahead and shout out your channel.
WVogs18. I'm here on look for videos all this week, and I'm here on Wednesdays and sometimes on Fridays.
Just not this week. You got family coming in, and I get it.
Yep. See you guys next Wednesday.
All right, Big Will.
See you, Will.
Peace out, brother.
So, it's that time of year, and our two highest scoring players on the Pistons tonight was Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham, and both of them having double-doubles. Cade with 29 points and 13 assists. Duren with 15 rebounds and 29 points.
Yeah, Duren played his butt.
You know,
Shots, too. That was something they didn't do in San Antonio.
He loves Michael's. My forehead lives rent free in Michael's head.
you know,
It just does, Jeremy. You know.
I stopped.
I just think the thing of rent free and your head being in there just to be the headshot, Jamie, is just pretty funny to me.
Oh, I get it.
I stopped being an NBA fan when the Bulls just decided to obliterate everything that happened.
After MJ left, right?
Although
After
guess what the best part? Guess what's actually the best? Guess what's actually the best part of the NBA being crappy now is the Warriors don't know how to the Warriors are mid, which means that, like I said, the team that started the whole 3-point barrage thing, it's all coming around. It's all law of average that they're not good at it anymore.
You know what gets me, and I seen this with the Jordan interview. Okay, those guys back in that time, 82 games, playing a whole season. That was a big friggin' deal. Jordan would often say, "Hey, I'm gonna try my best to make it out there because there's one fan up in the stands that may only see me one time, so I'm gonna make sure I'm out there." The players now don't give a fuck. They don't care. They don't care about the fans. That's why it's a different league.
It is, and that's why it's falling. It's slowly falling behind hockey in viewership.
Yes, it is.
But this is a funny comment. I relocated the Ravens to Mexico in Madden once, and their new name was the Los Submarino Ratbirds.
No, see, the one thing I like about you know what hockey's ratings are up, Jeremy. You know what they're doing. That's smart is you know how the last few years it's kind of been more of a speed game and not as less physicality. Well, if you notice, the Florida Panthers kind of started this where they said, okay, we're going to mix the modern day game with old school big physical defensemen to try to win the cup. And now you see a bunch of teams copying that format. So they're bringing back the old time physical hockey and blending it with the modern day speed. And that's why the ratings are up.
I think that's the thing that saved the NFL's bacon this year too, because there were so many really good defensive teams out there. After they've made the rules to the point defenses can't play like they used to.
Well, but guess what they did though, BA? Did you notice what a lot of offenses did to counter the defensive rules? Do the old school grounded pound, take time off the clock. You saw that come back a lot this year. That's why.
Well, I mean, that's good, but there's a lot of defenses that stopped the run too. So I mean, it worked. It worked pretty well. I mean, Houston and Seattle got into the Super Bowl with their defense. Their defense was extraordinary. It's just like Houston.
But like I said, they could grounded pound. They could run the ball down teams' throats with Walker too.
World Cup 26 is going to be
probably one of the most watched things in the world this year.
You're starting to see old school,
Where is that? Where is the World Cup at? Is it here?
Here in the United States.
Yeah.
It's played in
the United States.
Well, it's actually considered North America. So guess what? Mexico is not a part of Central America, people. It's a part of America. So they have a city in it. There's 2 in Canada, and the other 6 are in the United States.
Yep.
Hey, why do you think Texas was dependent on Mexico in the 1800s at one point? So
you know what's the beauty about all that, Jeremy? And you just said it, dude. It's America. It's North America. It's not. America is a continent. It's not just a country. It's a continent.
Right.
It includes Central America. It includes South America. It includes North America. With all a same continent.
The North American continent is what got the U.S. thing is what I was getting at. So
And
that's why it's
unfortunately,
Mexico, Canada, and U.S. that get the 8 venues.
I think that's how it should be in NFL too. Screw Europe. Let's play international games in our hemisphere. How about that?
dude, you know what?
Although you know
I'd
which
like
one
to
that actually
see-
do you know which one that actually feels American though? And this nobody would think about this is Australia, because if you actually listen to Sky Australia, they're actually pro-American with their news.
Oh yeah, they are.
I would love to see a NFL division in Europe that plays the NFL teams now.
Australians love Trump.
Yeah, and we're eventually going to have teams overseas. We're eventually going to have a team in Mexico. But what's got to get cleaned up is the threats that were just made on America, the Mexican cartels. You heard what happened. That may get the San Francisco game that's supposed to start the season in Mexico City relocated.
They're always making threats.
Oh, crap! It happens everywhere.
The Winter Olympics are going to be in the French Alps next time. Dizzle,
Yep.
so sorry. You're going to have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning again.
Oh, no, you'll be able to get up an hour earlier because it's going to be. And this girl here, I don't know if you saw this picture last week, but I put it on my show. She was the U.S. Olympic speed skater that fell down and ripped her leggings.
Yeah.
Wow.
Little bit of never mind.
And I said there, and Anthony Edwards said, now we know why there's no condoms at the Olympic Village for the athletes.
Wow. That's
You know what my comment was? I said, I bet her mama made her middle name Cialis because she cures ED just looking at her.
Right.
man.
All these teams decided to
You know,
I'm not wrong.
take time off the clock.
and I still don't get fucking the Caleb Williams hype, dude.
Forget
no,
the reptiles, the spiders. Shit.
What did it for me, and the only reason why I knock on Caleb at all, girlfriend, not wife. They're not married yet. But anyways, when I was at the draft in 2024, and I'm sitting in that draft media room waiting to talk to all these rookies and get a question, I got to ask Terry-on Arnold, who was second to last, but the guy who picked first in the draft doesn't come up till 1:30 in the morning. And here comes Caleb Williams, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Goes around, right?
Caleb's trying
and then get ready to get up and leave. A Chicago beat writer says, "Hey, Caleb, can you give us a fair down?" And with his can't do that.
Whoa!
With his finger.
Hey, come on now. I got earphones in, dude.
So do I. Trust me.
Don't
I
do
moved
that.
the table and it got all funky.
Don't,
But anyways,
don't do that.
he gets real close to that mic and he goes, "Go Bears!"
Yeah. Ever so softly.
Ever so softly, he said, "Go Bears!" And I immediately gave him the nickname LGBTQB1.
Sorry, DA.
I'm not trying to be mean, but I did.
No.
You know what's funny is not even the next day, there was a whole bunch of us beat writers that actually do podcasts in there. I heard podcasters. That Mike beat was wicked, Terry. I heard 600 podcasters from other teams say Caleb Williams has a new nickname. It's LGBTQB1. I was like, damn, I should have trademarked that shit overnight. Yeah, I already heard that a couple of the guys from Roar the Lions UK and a couple other Lions podcasters are going to that Germany game.
Michael is stupid for that.
I know. Oh, sorry about that screwing up. I shouldn't have moved it, but I was trying to imitate it and grab the mic.
Thanks.
My bad. I was about to.
You were gonna do your best Victor Cruz, Yenzer, or Robbie? He could have done a Victor Cruz, Robbie, the salsa.
Nice.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for
Paint your
letting me be on your show.
Hey,
Jeremy, I dig I love your show, man. I love coming on when I can, dude. Man, you know, I got it.
I love everybody coming and talking football with me. Because you know what? I like talking football. I don't try not to get into the whole shit talking stuff because that isn't what's fun. For me as a person that writes about the stuff, and I try to write legitimate, unbiased stuff when I write it. I really do. I look at when I do draft profiles, I'm not just looking at the fit for my team. I give the strengths and weaknesses of the kids because I want everyone to know what they're like. Because I don't want to be looked at as a one-trick pony. Because if I just focus on how they look for my team, no other team would pick me up as a writer. You know what I mean?
I absolutely hate trash talk. I really do. It's the most worthless thing that there is, especially when you're talking with other fans and they're like Green Bay fans. I'm sorry, dude. And this is the only time I really ever want to speak about Green Bay fans. Green Bay fans have been hysterical since the end of the wild card game when the Rams beat us. I'm sorry, dude.
Typed that. I'm hot dogs rule. I typed it to Nick.
Okay.
He was asking what did he thought about Sean Payton giving up the offensive play calling, and I said I like it because Davis Webb's the offensive coordinator now, and we interviewed him to be our head coach for the Bills, who would have been another Sean Payton disciple, by the way, other than Joe Brady.
Bubby Gay, shout out your channel, my brother.
I'm the producer for McGrath Podcast Network. We have several shows on there. One Ass Cheat 3 Toes will be on hiatus until the draft, and then we're gonna start doing some shows from that point. But that's what I do. I'm a producer. I'm a producer.
The dope producer.
The producer. Yeah.
All right, Jamie, with the second longest outro in the history of podcasting. Get it.
All right. You guys can follow me, yours truly, at Bill's Chat 1, at Bill's Mafia Chat, and also at Jamie Malloy, the unbiased journalist, at DJ Dog Tags on X. You can also follow me every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time as Joe Dalio and I, when we get to it, we'll be starting our Subway Conversation Chat where I talk about Yankees news and Joe talks about his Mets, and we talk about other MLB news that's going on. And then you can catch me there every Tuesday night. Hopefully, I've been so busy. I know I'm going to keep coming on, but hopefully I'll be able to make time again every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock p.m. for, thank you, Michael. That's funny. For Open Sports Mike, which is on every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock p.m. Driving the Top Productions. And then every Wednesday night, here with Jeremy and Penn and the boys here at Huddle Sports Network, we do our NFL Roundtable Talks. It's 9 o'clock Eastern for me, but because I live in the East Coast time zone, so Eastern time zone. So
what?
Yeah. So what I was gonna. Anyway, so and then every Thursday, starting on March 27th, we'll yes, Brett, they did. It was one of their own construction workers who actually vandalized that. And he got fired. And he got fired for it.
Good. He needs to get fired. Although he did put New England sucks on there, so I mean,
right?
Can't fault him for
that. Yeah.
But I was gonna say every Thursday night, me, Jeremy, Marcus, Adam, and I will be doing UFL, our own UFL show, and it's gonna be a wild season 3 with all new teams, a new vision for Mike Rapoli. Is he trying to make an outdoor version of arena football to get viewers up? That's going to be interesting. So, and then thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, comment, ring the bell for all notifications. And for more NFL and other sports content on the Huddle Sports Network, you can visit, or you could catch us on Roku TV, Amazon TV, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your podcast. From all of us here at the Huddle Sports Network, I'm Jamie Malloy, and this has been another episode of Wednesday Night NFL Roundtable Talks. See you next Wednesday, everybody. Good night.
David, and I know you follow Chicago sports. I know you're not much into the NBA since like you said, since the Bulls blew up after MJ left. So what other sports do you follow there in Chicago?
I follow hockey. I follow football. I follow and you know, what I love. I'm a Chicago sports fan. You know, there's this pocket of people here in this town that says, "Oh, you can't be a White Sox fan and a Cubs fan." I have news for you. You can be a fan of both.
That's why the NFL's trying to.
Yeah, because one's National League and one's American League.
That's the only, and you know what? With the National League picking up the DH rule, there's really no difference anymore.
No, it's just the difference of the conference.
It's just American or National League.
Right.
I mean, you know, I'm sorry, when National League had pitchers batting, that was strategy, dude. But other than that, I mean, I try to keep up with the Bulls, dude. But the Bulls, God, are the Bulls lost, dude.
Players
I thought when we got Carcinovas, and I don't even know if I'm saying that name right.
Neither do I.
But I figured when we got Arturo Carcinovas or whatever the fuck his name is, and Billy Donovan, that hey, maybe we're headed in the right direction. And then come the trade deadline by Zach LaVine, so long Nikola Vucevic. You know, what are we doing? We're rebuilding again. How many fucking times are we going to rebuild, dude?
As long as the Warriors keep coming back down to reality, you can rebuild.
Yeah, but
you know,
as I like to say, to close out all my shows, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. I don't care what side of the political bird you're from, because it doesn't matter until we come together and do unity and stop hating one another. This country cannot heal.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great night, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Night.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.